All right. So, I mentioned in a previous video that I uploaded today um, that the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, was one of the countries that was staying at a Trump hotel in DC, and how that's a conflict of interest. Well, now the Washington Post is reporting that there's been an extensive effort by the United Arab Emirates to influence policy using both legal and illegal means. So, again, and they've been strengthening their relationship under Trump. So, for those who thought there's nothing there with the staying at the hotel, yeah, there is a there. So let's see. Um let's see, where are we going? Let's see. The UAE's bid has spanned multiple US administrations to exploit the vulnerabilities in American governance, including its reliance on campaign contributions, susceptibility to powerful lobbying firms, and lax enforcement of disclosure laws intended to guard against interference by foreign governments. Let's see what else. But yeah. Why are our campaign finance laws such that foreign governments can influence it? I know that Israel has a big lobby. I'm well aware of that. Thank you, anti-Semites, for pointing that out. So it's not just the UAE that's doing this, but they're supposed to be allies. Along with Israel, they're supposed to be allies. So this is disconcerting, to say the least. And why nothing is being done to stop this? Not a good look. So I don't think there's anything here saying that they tried to influence the elections, though. They did try to influence foreign policy. Let's see if I'm missing anything. For those who don't know about the United Arab Emirates, they're an autocracy. Just like Saudi Arabia, it's just a ruling family. There are no elections. You cannot criticize the royal family. So yeah, it's a very strict country. Human rights are not exactly first and foremost in their minds. Let's see. Come on. I know there's more. So, over the years, the United States has agreed to sell the UAE some of its most sophisticated and lethal military equipment, including MQ-9 aerial drones and advanced F-35 fighter jets, a privilege not bestowed on any other Arab country over concern about diminishing Israel's qualitative military edge. But yet, somehow, the UAE is exempt from that. Let's see. Some of the influence operators described in the report are known to national security professionals, but such activities have flourished due to Washington's unwillingness to reform foreign influence laws or provide additional resources to the Justice Department. Other activities more closely resembling espionage, People familiar with the report said. That's great. Let's see. The UAE has spent more than $154 million on lobbyists since 2016. It has spent hundreds of millions of dollars more on donations to American universities and think tanks, many that produce policy papers with findings favorable to UAE interest. Well, there's a shock. There is no prohibition in the United States on lobbyists donating money to political campaigns. One U.S. lawmaker who read the intelligence report told the Post that it illustrates how American democracy is being distorted by foreign money, saying it should serve as a wake-up call. Now, yes, foreign money, but money in general. I mean, the U.S. has their own rich people who influence elections. So I would suggest all of them, not just foreign. Let's see. What else? Now, this puts Biden's speech about the threat to democracy from let's see, how did he put it? Here it is. With democracy on the ballot, we have to remember these first principles. Democracy means the rule of the people, not the rule of monarchs or the moneyed, but the rule of the people. So that puts that speech in a whole new context. I'm sure he was aware of what's happening with the UAE. So it wasn't just talking about the Russian oligarchs, Saudi Arabia, the countries that we knew were influencing U.S. politics. He was probably also referencing the UAE. Let's see. Now, there was also a report, which, let's see if I can find it, of intelligence personnel who've been helping the UAE. Now, where is it? Here it is. One of the more brazen exploits involving the hiring of 3 former U.S. intelligence and military officials to help the UAE surveil dissidents, politicians, journalists, and U.S. companies. In public legal filings, U.S. prosecutors said that the men helped the UAE break into computers in the United States and other countries. Last year, all 3 admitted in court to providing sophisticated hacking technology to the UAE, agreeing to surrender their security clearances and pay about $1.7 million to resolve criminal charges. Which, okay, I'm sure the UAE was paying them even more than that. So, is this really a punishment? Because the UAE has a crap ton of money. Now, this also fits into Thomas Barrack, who was a longtime advisor to Trump, and he was just acquitted of charges. And this is one of the many reasons why we need reform. Because, yeah, actually, he kind of did do that. And we have evidence it just wasn't good enough, is the way I'm reading this. Let's see. And like I said, the UAE is not the only country that's doing this. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Israel, Taiwan. I didn't know about Taiwan. Or Qatar, yeah, I guess I can believe that. But Israel I knew about. But yeah, Taiwan surprises me. Just like in my previous video where Malaysia was one of the countries that was staying in Trump hotels. That one caught me off guard. Let's see. Because there was a report previously discussing the US intelligence community helping the UAE. And I'm trying to find that. Let's see. Of course it's a money laundering haven, the UAE. Um, and this is something that I didn't know before. The killing of Jamal Khashoggi, the Washington Post journalist who was originally from Turkey, um, and was killed in Turkey, and I'm sorry, he was from Saudi Arabia. My brain is fried. But he was in Turkey. He went to his embassy with his fiance and never came out because he was hacked to death. He was bone sawed to death. And from by Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia. And yes, we know it was him. It's even though he denies it, we know it. We know it. Yet we're still partnering with the dipshit. But anyway, he's apparently a protege of the ruler of the United Arab Emirates, known as MBZ. Mohammed bin Salman, of course, being known as MBS. So the ruler of the UAE is Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, I guess. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced. Um, so yeah, basically, even though it was Saudi Arabia that did the deed, the UAE, I guess, their hands aren't exactly clean of it. Let's see. The UAE may have been financing the Wagner Group, which is the Russian mercenary group, which is currently in the Ukraine. So they deny the charge, but yeah, who normally people don't admit when they're doing something bad. Unless they want people to know, like explosions and bombings. Terror groups usually want people to know that, but state governments generally don't want to be part of that. They don't want people to know that they're a part of it. Let's see. This is what I want. Last month, the Post revealed the UAE's extensive courtship of retired high-ranking U.S. military personnel. The investigation showed that over the past 7 years, 280 retired U.S. service members have worked as military contractors and consultants for the UAE, more than for any other country, and that the advisory jobs pay handsomely. Hence the fine that those 3 intelligence officers got. Yeah, I've got a pretty good idea that it's a drop in the bucket of what they were actually paid. Of course, that says a lot about these officials that they would do this, because you would think that these people do what they do because they become a military officials or security officials because they love their country. It's not just that they want to be basically have this as a dress rehearsal to when countries with a lot of money pay them off. But maybe I'm just naive, but I would think that you would be more interested in helping your country and not other countries. Let's see. So that's pretty much it. But yeah. So the UAE was found out to be, at least in this report, it's been disclosed that they're not the nice guys that we think they are. But considering their style of governing, kind of already knew that. But now we know that they are trying to influence our policy. I haven't seen anything about election tampering, but they have been influencing our policy, or attempting to anyway. So, um I believe that's it for this video. This one was a bit more rambly than usual because I was looking through the post article trying to find the relevant bits I wanted to mention. But I will see you guys next time.